Very warm good morning to each and everyone, to all the pupils of IT Talks and all our viewers. We are first of all very much sorry that we are starting a bit late. There were some technical issues because of which we couldn't just start the episode on time. So we welcome you all to IT Talks episode number 14 with Dr. Vikas Pareek sir on the topic of FinTech and gateway basic payments. So as you know that this thing like the basic payments and the online payments is a new trend which is going on around the world right now, especially in India. It's on a pretty much rise, but still there are some basic concepts that needs to be clear for each and every person around there. So that's the reason we have kept this IT Talks today with one of the best in the field, in that field, Dr. Vikas Pareek sir. So today also we with myself, I have a co-host, Miss Sneha Kamalpuria. Fortunately she is also my classmate for today for this semester, and I hope that we have a good connectivity over the years. So now talking about Vikas Pareek sir, before starting our ID talk, I need to tell our viewers that who Dr. Vikas Pareek sir is basically. Why are we praising him so much? So basically, Professor Vikas Pareek sir is a Dean of School of Computational Science and ICT and Coordinator Center of Cyber Security at Mahatma Gandhi Central University, Bihar. And also to be noted that he is the youngest Dean in India. That's one of the greatest achievement he has achieved till now. He earlier served as Foundation Head of Department of CS and IT and Chief Procurator of the University. He is also serving as Officer on Special Duty Finance. He has a rich teaching, research, and administrative experiences. His primary research interests include cybersecurity, mobile computing, and e-learning. He is life member of Cryptology Research Society of India and professional member of ACM and ISACA. He has served on TPC and editorial board of numerous conferences and journals. He has experience of supervising PhD scholar software development projects. Prior to joining to MGCU, he served at Banasthali Vidyapeeth for more than a decade. So we are very much privileged, sir, and I guess Sneha will also agree with me that we are pretty much privileged that today we have you with us, and also the topic on which we are discussing and things which you have majorly done your research on, be it cyber security or e-learning. These are some things which are very important, especially with the upcoming generation, and also because of this pandemic hit, it has become more important. So starting with the topic, the very first question I would like to ask you, what is basically FinTech and what is this payment gateway? What do you mean by that? For a layman's term, how do you explain it to them?
Thank you, Shivang, for your generous remarks about me and for inviting me to this talk show, and thankful to your institution. It is a very good concept that you are inviting experts from different walks of life related to IT for talks on different topics. And the topic that we have chosen for today is FinTech and Payment Gateway. So your question is what exactly is FinTech? So FinTech is financial technology, the short form for financial technology. It is related to, it is not a single technology, but is a rather umbrella comprising many different tools and technologies that are used nowadays for enabling financial transactions and different financial services. So there are so many things in FinTech. It is not only secure transactions, it also includes different kinds of aspects of financial management and the different things like even trading shares, online purchases, electronic contracts, what you call smart contracts or e-contracts. Many different aspects are there. Even cryptocurrency, bitcoins, and all that. There are so many things. AI, machine learning, many things are there. So it is an interdisciplinary area which is gaining importance day by day.
Perfect, sir. So now I request Sneha to if she has a particular question to ask.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask you that can you tell us some of the technologies which are considered a part of FinTech?
Because fintech,
Yes.
as the name you told, it suggests financial technologies. So definitely there must be some technologies that must be associated with it. So which are the
Yes.
technologies that are associated with it?
Yes. Sneha, fintech in itself is not a single, as I already told, that is not a single technology, but is a rather set of different technologies. Prominently, what you call the technologies which are used for electronic transactions. With the proliferation of electronic commerce, after this dot-com thing has become successful, and that most of the businesses are moving online from their traditional offline model, it is gaining importance. So there are many different technologies which are part of fintech. The most important being the what you call the payment gateway technology, because in electronic commerce, whenever you purchase, you buy anything, then the payment is to be made. So all the aspects of payment, from giving your order to invoice generation to delivery, settling payment, transfer from banks and all. So we will coming on payment gateway later, but that is an important part of fintech. Plus there is, as I told you, the what you call blockchain technology, which is related to trust, and which is also related to what you call cryptocurrency. And then in fintech, there are many different technologies related to other aspects of e-business. For example, there is what I said. There are digital signatures. There are smart contracts. There are many different technologies, and it includes many other technologies like big data analytics is there. Big data analytics is heavily used in financial management nowadays, and along with artificial intelligence, machine learning, and because it all involves money, and so there are important aspects of security. So cyber security is also an important part of fintech. All these things which enable a smart and efficient and a secure transaction and a secure dealing in cyberspace, they all are part of the fintech.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that was perfectly said, sir. Because wherein you point, you told a point wherein it uses a blockchain technology, which is basically based on trust. And I guess wherever there is a payment or a finance involved, trust is the most important thing you want from a particular customer or even from a seller or buyer. So talking about this thing, that online payments are going on pretty fluently now, and people are trying to accept it. Do you think that fintech is trying to bring in social change amongst the people, that you should go online or you should use digital money, something like that? Is it trying to bring a social change?
Yes, yes. In fact, it has brought major social changes. We hear about Digital India, the very ambitious flagship initiative of the government of India. Digital India is about inclusion of all the strata of society in the growth story, and fintech has been the enabler of that story, from the unique identification Aadhaar to the direct benefit transfer to the beneficiaries in their accounts. So it has, in fact, fintech has enabled what you say a transparent and inclusive governance. Plus, what you can say the inclusion of all the segments of society. Fintech has played an extremely important role, more so in the time of the pandemic, the COVID-19, in the first phase last year and nowadays also. You might have noticed that people have moved to, more electronic transactions, more payments through payment gateways and UPI and Paytm, etc. So it has enabled contactless transactions, and we are slowly moving towards a fully digital economy.
Perfect, sir.
Yes.
Perfect.
Sir, I have a question regarding the latest updates. What are your thoughts on fintechs and bank collaboration?
I am not getting your question. What do you mean by fintech and bank collaborations? As in?
What are
So the
your
bank,
thoughts on the topic?
So basically, she
Or
wants to add that as the banks are regularly adopting new technologies, right? But still, like a country like India, which is a developing nation, right? There is a high number of illiteracy rate right now, and people are still scared to do anything online. And wherein the banks are just introducing new technologies, which might sometimes make a customer uncomfortable. So, what do you suggest? What are your thoughts on that?
yes, yes. Actually, banks are one of the major players in fintech, and I'll give you an example. There is a service YONO by State Bank of India.
Yes.
Okay. So I was initially skeptic about this, but once I started using it, you can go to any ATM and you can draw money without using your ATM. You don't need to carry your ATM with you if you are having YONO app in your mobile phone, and it provides you a lot of services. And in fact, YONO has different options for online purchases also. So that is just an example of SBI YONO. There are many other such initiatives by different banks which have enabled their customers, their existing customers, and fintech is being used very heavily by banks also. And banks have adopted such technologies on a large scale. They are also using big data. They are also using chatbots for serving their customers for their queries and all. So banks are collaborating, and day by day, fintech is getting used by banks also.
Exactly. I guess whenever there is something new introduced, as you told, you were skeptical about YOLO. Whenever there is something new introduced, people are skeptical. Even the bank employees are pretty much skeptical ki, whether it will be working or not. So it's pretty important that like banks majorly give a user-friendly interface to them. So also, it was from a bank's point of view. Now, I would like to ask, how do you make people understand this thing, that this is something which is for your beneficial, it is reducing your work, it is more secure. How do you make people believe that thing?
Well, people are very smart nowadays, and I have seen people from even very poor sections of society and daily wages workers and all. They are using electronic payments. Earlier, there was skepticism because a few years back there were issues related to trust and security, and the technology was new. People had initial resistance and reluctance to adopt the technology, but nowadays you can see, in fact, yesterday only I saw a vegetable seller, a vendor, and he was carrying along with vegetables, he was carrying a UPI, this QR code. You just buy a vegetable and you scan your code and make payments. It is wonderful because people are getting aware about it, and there are campaigns by government and banks also to educate the users about possible frauds or security risks and what precautions should be taken. So the thing is moving.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir, perfectly said. Now we all know about the basics about fintech, and now coming to another important topic of our discussion: how does the payment gateway actually work? And can you explain in simple terms what is payment gateway?
Okay. So, Sneha, as the name gateway suggests, it is kind of a portal. It connects to you to a different, you can say, interface. So, payment gateway actually connects your application, your website, or your user interface that you are using to some payment mechanism, to some bank or some some such authority, some credit card company or so, which enables you to make payments online, and that too securely. There are many different types of that mechanism. We'll come later on about that. But payment gateway is actually some utility, some service which enables electronic payments.
Okay. So
Okay,
I
sir,
guess
can you explain in brief, like what is the process of payment gateway, how it works as a portal?
Okay. Uh, it differs for different situations. it has just a minute. I'll be taking 1 minute break because there is some disturbance outside. Just a minute.
That's okay.
Yes,
That's
sir,
okay.
sure.
So I'm back.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
audible?
Yes, yes, sir. You are.
Yes.
My screen.
Yes,
Is
yes.
my video available?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
But I can't see it. Okay. So anyway, I was telling you about the process. Sneha asked about the process of the working of the payment gateway. The process is different for different type of models because there are different types of payment gateways. Okay. It is actually like, for example, you have integrated a payment gateway on your website. So the user will be, interacting, will be making some purchase. So there is some data initially that is captured, and then there are multiple entities involved, multiple stakeholders, you can say, in the process of payment, because there is some card issuing authority. Okay, for example, you are carrying a credit card of, say, American Express or Visa, you are having. So there is some credit card company, there is some associated bank where you have your money, and there is this payment gateway company also. For example, you have CC Avenue and you have InstaMojo. There are many such payment gateway companies. So there is a user, there is a payment gateway company, there is a credit card or card company, and there is a bank, and finally there is merchant. There are many such stakeholders in the process of, realizing the payment, and in different models of payment gateway, your payment gateway may include one or more of these. Okay, there are end-to-end solutions where you make all the process complete on your web page only. For large corporations, what happens is you have integrated payment gateway in your system only, and all the process from initiating the purchase to realization of payment and everything, accounting, everything happens on your end only. There are payment gateways where they will just capture data, and then they will transfer it to some bank. So different possibilities are there.
Very well
Okay.
explained, sir. So now that we know how payment gateway works, and it seems like it is a common thing we all know in our real life also, but we are not aware of the technical term of it. So, like we have all seen various ads, like ICICI Razor Pay. So, is it an example of payment gateway?
Yes, yes. Razorpay is an example of a payment gateway.
Okay.
And coming to that is I guess DGO is also a website which acts as a merchant, right?
Okay, I
DGCO.
haven't heard about it.
Acha,
Might be.
okay. Okay, fine. So coming to the point wherein like as you told that these payment gateways and fintech are to be used. Like majorly, if like consider if there is a particular salesman or a particular person of a marketing who goes for a particular sale or asks someone to buy something, and you have to make a payment online, but still there are a point wherein the people are very much reluctant to pay because it asks you an OTP, it asks you your card details. So how do we educate people like them so that they are more free for the online usage? For example, if I talk about my place, still my parents are not very much free with the online payment. They're pretty reluctant. They only say that if it's necessary, then only use it, or else just do the cash transaction. So how do you educate such people?
Actually, there are some real risks involved also. Old people are reluctant because they are not aware of some technicalities like how to choose good passwords or how to keep passwords safe, and they are not aware of what you say, how to stay safe in the cyberspace. So their reluctance is genuine. But there are some other options which can be used. For example, there are digital wallets like Paytm, where you can have some money in the wallet and then you can spend money from your wallet. No need to add no need to pay from your bank account also. So wallet is a good option for people who have some apprehensions like that, because wallet is like your physical wallet. If it is stolen, only the money that is there in the wallet will be stolen, nothing else. Okay. Wallets can be used. Plus, there are certain guidelines. There are certain do's and don'ts in the cyberspace while making payments are there. And nowadays, people are getting aware of these things. Like you should not tell. Even banks regularly send messages that we don't ask for your personal details or phone. Most of the, because we are also dealing with cyber frauds and cyber crime here, and I'm aware of 90% of the cases happen telephonically, where the cyber criminals ask for personal details like your personal bank details, account number, and your mostly your Aadhaar number and they will ask for OTP, etc. Okay, so you should not tell any stranger or anybody, even if somebody is claiming to be some bank manager or something like that. Mostly, what they will say that your account is getting blocked, your card will be blocked, and you please give us these details. Or so people are to be educated that they should not divulge any of their personal details, account details to anybody telephonically. If there is some issue related with your bank account, you should go physically to the bank and you should talk to the people. So there are some precautions that should be taken so that payments are safe.
Yes, sir, rightly said. As you mentioned now about digital wallet, it's like a virtual wallet. And there is other thing, UPIs. UPIs are directly connected to our bank accounts. So I have a question that what do you think is a better choice, a digital wallet or a UPI?
As I told you, these two are slightly different. Okay, because digital wallets sometimes have their limits of how much account, how much you are allowed to keep in your Paytm wallet. Is there any limit?
20,000, I guess.
Something
There
must
is a
be there.
particular limit. Yes, there is a
So
particular
suppose
limit.
you have to make a high value purchase. Suppose you have to pay 1 lakh rupees. So sometimes it may not be possible from your wallet, and so they have different options. For example, I have my bank account. I have some locker in my bank, or I am having some cash in my almirah also. But I am, for normal purchases, I am carrying my wallet. The same in the cyberspace. Digital wallet like Paytm or some other wallet you use for normal small purchases. But UPI serves a different purpose. UPI is the unified payment interface, which gives you an interface from your bank account to your online payments, where you can use your banking services simply just by giving some PIN or password. You don't need to go to bank physically, and even you don't have to uh, type user IDs and passwords and all. So UPI is a simple interface which gives you facility. It is just a window to your bank account that because you have to link your bank account with it, so you can easily transfer money from your bank account. Whereas wallet is a facility where you can put your money for purchases, for quick payments. For example, if you are having some money in your wallet, even if your bank account is not working, even if there are some issues with connectivity of server and all, you can make quickly payments through wallet. So they have different utilities, and they are related also. Sometimes you have your UPI linked with your digital wallet also. So
Yes.
Okay, so I
depends.
think it's perfectly clear to our audience about the difference between digital wallet and UPI.
So as you sir just said that they like we are talking on gateways majorly, and I guess Paytm and UPI wallets are also kind of a gateway wherein you just use it to make payment. So again, coming to a common man's perspective, how do they know which payment gateway is secured, which one to believe, which one to not believe? How do they bifurcate this? Because you being into the cyber crime and cyber security, you know that there are n number of things. There are more fakes than the original ones. So how do you know that which one is the real one, which one you should go for?
So Shivang, if you have to buy a toothpaste, how do you know if it is good or not? For that matter, anything that you want to purchase from open market, how do you know? It is all about branding
Yes.
related to that trust. Because, for example, everybody knows about InstaMojo, you know about Razorpay, you know about CC Avenue, you know about some gateways. You already know about that, which
Hmm.
are known. For example,
Hmm.
ATM is a payment gateway. There is this. Some examples are known
Zest.
already.
Zest is
That is
Zest money.
that you know about a well-known brand. It is a company and with its websites and all. Plus, there are certain, other technical things also that you know about. Because when you go to a website, if it is HTTPS, that it means that it has additional layer of SSL inbuilt in it. There is a padlock sign. There is some digital signature, digital certificate there, which can be verified on the website also. And there are ways by which you can find whether the gateway is secure or not.
Exactly, sir. Because as you mentioned the example of buying a toothpaste, see, toothpaste brands are available. You know what to buy, but these payment gateways are not being branded on TV. So you need to be having a basic knowledge of technology to go there. That's the reason I asked you that question, sir. So coming down to next question, that there are these payment gateways, there are these things, but still there is a cyber crime that's happening around. Still there are people who are getting fooled. So how do you stop those things? What do you do for that particular things?
We can only minimize that, you know, uh,
Mhm.
because payment gateways and all these electronic transactions are just, making things happen online. But there will always be criminals. Since ancient times, we have criminals because we improve our technology for defense. So this technology is available to them also. Criminals also start using sophisticated means of committing crimes day by day. Okay, so this cat and mouse chase continues. There are ways of minimizing damage, but it is not possible to stop all the 100% to stop the cyber crimes.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Coming back to UPIs, I would like to ask you to explain a bit about Bhim UPI. What is it, and how can you explain it to a normal person? How to use it? All the details about it. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, BHIM is an acronym which has two references. BHIM stands for Bharat Interface for Money and Payments. Is a Government of India initiative of UPI, and BHIM also alludes to Baba Sahib Ambedkar, because when it was dedicated by the Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, it was tribute to Baba Sahib Ambedkar also. So that BHIM is a single, you can say, UPI for India, which enables all the different kind of payments. Even this, your phone pay, Paytm, all these are connected to this BHIM interface. It's a single enabler of UPI in India.
Okay, sir.
Okay. That was a really well explained thing, so that why the name is Beam and what does it actually holds for you. Going back a bit on basically fintech. Basically, so I come from a technical background. I have done my computer engineering, so I have this kida in me, that wherein I want to ask you, what is the role of AI, big data, and machine learning in this thing, fintech?
Yes, because artificial intelligence and big data, these technologies help you in different things. For example, suppose in fintech, as I gave you an example, where banks have their chatbots, for example, or we have automated systems for serving customers. So there also AI helps you. In fact, artificial intelligence also helps in tracking or in detecting any cyber frauds. AI helps in that. And big data analytics is used because nowadays the volume of data, all the characteristics of big data you might be knowing, all the V's of big data. So that volume and velocity, veracity is there. So big data automatically comes into picture because the huge traffic is there. If you think about the money that flows through UPI every day, it is billions of rupees every day, each day electronically. So that's why big data comes into the picture, and artificial intelligence enables smart, you can say, because automated machine-based machine intelligence of enabling these transactions.
Okay, sir. So, sir, in case of fraud in payment gateway, what can be done and what happens in that case?
Okay, what kind of fraud is there? It depends on that. Okay.
Okay.
For
So what are the
example,
different kinds of frauds? What are the different
ask
kinds of?
you for a payment and you wrongly make some payment, there are some certain safeguards. There is some RBI guideline that within a certain specified period, that is 72 hours or so, if you lodge a complaint on the cybercrime portal or if you go complain a lodge with the police and you inform your branch, your bank with a written complaint that I had some kind of fraud from my account, so they can freeze the payment because it takes time to realize the payment. When you make a purchase, the payment is not transferred on the moment. It takes some time to realize the payment. So I know of instances where some fraud payment was made, and after lodging a complaint with the relevant bank and with the cybercrime portal, the money was refunded back to the person who was cheated. So there is this portal of cybercrime, cybercrime.gov.in. You can go and complain on, lodge your complaint online. There is an initiative of the Ministry of Home Affairs, Cyber Dost, which is there on Twitter and on Facebook also. You can follow the handle of Cyber Dost at Cyber Dost, and you can get in touch with them. And you should be get in touch with the your bank branch. They have ways of freezing the payment and getting things in place.
Okay, so as you told that these are the frauds and these are the payment gateways, and talking majorly about the common man. Now coming back to industries, like banks ho gaye, public ho gaya. Now what about industries? How has this online payment gateways, finance technology has helped industries grow? How has it helped them grow? What the
It
major
is
role
all
does it plays?
standards. It is all about Shivang, about standards and compliances. It is not a blind game. There are rules of the game. There are industry standards, PCI, DSS, and different industry standards of cryptography, of digital signatures, of secure payment gateways. There is a protocol, secure electronic transaction set protocol. There is SSL. There are many different standards there in the industry, which make sure that whatever transactions or online business happens, it is secure with the highest level of cryptography. So you have a certain level of trust that if you are using best practices, if you are using information security audits and all, if you are having all the things in place, all the mechanisms that are prescribed in those security manuals, then the likelihood of any fraud is very low.
Okay. Like as I believe, and majorly everyone believes that whenever there is an introduction of technology, technology is basically just introduced to reduce the manpower, to reduce the employments, not employments, but reduce the manpower. So whenever there is a new technology being introduced, there is a particular impact on employment rate also. Like जहाँ पे 10 आदमी काम कर रहे थे, अब शायद सिर्फ 2 की जरूरत है, because technology सब संभाल रहा है. So how does this finance technology affect on employment of a particular person who is not good with technologies? Like if I'm a layman person who is not good with technology, and then a bank introduces or industry introduces something which is way too much heavy for him to understand. So how does that affect a particular person on his employment, and also how much is it hard or is it easy to understand the things for him?
Whenever a new technology or a new paradigm comes, it initially creates a shock, a cultural shock actually, as Alvin Toffler puts it. And initially there is a resistance, okay, and people are afraid of losing jobs. When computers first came, people thought that all the people will lose their jobs to computers. Nowadays, there are fears related to introduction of AI and machine learning, that people automation and all. People think that in the future all the work will be done by machines. Similarly, in fintech also, with coming of fintech, people have, there are certain real fears, there are certain real possibilities. Okay, that some part is automated, so jobs, nature of jobs changes. Okay, still there are banks, still there are bank branches, still there are bank managers. But nowadays, not many people are going to banks, so they are not overcrowded, and things are moving. You can, you have bank at your fingertips. You are using mobile banking and m banking and all this internet banking, but still people are needed. So some jobs may be lost, but as the technology grows, it provides more jobs. I will give you an example. Now Aadhaar is there, okay? So there are e-mitras, Aadhaar Kendra, some kiosks are there where people go for getting registration, for making online payments also. So on the other hand, such technology sometimes creates new jobs also. Okay, nature of jobs changes, new jobs are created, some jobs are lost, and things keep on moving. We always, human have, we have inbuilt capacity to adapt to new environments. When aeroplanes was introduced, it does not mean that there are no more bullock carts or old modes of transport. All things will continue together.
The best prime example of this can be given as you mentioned, kiosks. So there are kiosks wherein they are used for printing passbook and depositing check. ATM machine can be also an example wherein previously people used to just go to cash counter to collect cash or to deposit a check or to print a passbook, but now they just go to a machine and do it. So that was very well explained, sir. Now I would request Sneha to continue further with the next question.
So as you mentioned cryptocurrency earlier, nowadays we are hearing a lot about bitcoins and cryptocurrency. So can you just explain in brief what they really are and are they legal in India?
Well, explaining cryptocurrency in brief is not possible. I can only give you a very vague idea about cryptocurrency because it is a very complex concept. In brief, we can say that cryptocurrency is some algorithmic way of mutual trust and money. Money itself is a very, because we are familiar with what you say, the coins and the notes. That is money. For physical cash, we know. But with the coming of electronic payments, we no more, are handling cash. It is only movement of data from one computer to another. Okay. So cryptocurrency is taking this to further heights. There are complex algorithms for mining, bitcoins, and for maintaining their values and all the things. So it is an algorithmic way of generating value in terms of money securely. There are very complex algorithms for generating bitcoins and maintaining their value, and for their transactions there are anonymous ways of doing this. So most of the times these are used by criminals. In fact, in the recent attacks of ransomware, they ask money in bitcoins. You might have heard about it.
Yes, yes, yes. Like they are not only in terms of Bitcoin, but they ask you to pay cryptocurrency rather than paying you notes and everything. So coming to the next question, what Sneha asked, is it legal in India right now? Is it legal?
No, it's not legal. Earlier, the position was not clear, but the recent directives of the Ministry of IT have, made it clear that bitcoins are not legal in India. Things may change. There is not a definite law on that, but current advisories have deemed it not legal in India.
Okay. So, so coming to next point, like it's not something related to topic, but then this thought comes wherein people are promoting Bitcoin, right? When you visit YouTube, there are ads related to Bitcoin. There are ads being made. Some YouTubers promoting Bitcoins. So, if the particular thing is illegal, then how can it be promoted?
There are many other things also illegal in India which are getting promoted. Marijuana, you know about that. It is
Yes.
not anymore legal in India. It used to be legal till late 80s, but now it is not legal. There are many such things which are illegal. Gambling is also illegal. It is also happening online. Online provides you a space where you can be anonymous and you can operate without physical interference of people.
Okay. Perfect. I'd request Sneha if you have any further questions.
Um, so I wanted to ask you something. I have my own business, and recently I went for a payment gateway, that is Razorpay. So I wanted to ask you, like, if it is safe and is it suitable for me. I have a textile business, and my all my business runs online only, and I just wanted to know if it is safe enough for the transactions, because I get single orders also and bulk orders also, so small payments and big payments both.
Razorpay
Also, it
is
brings
safe,
yeah.
but
Also, it brings down to a
Razorpay is a known safe payment gateway. There is no issue with it because it is trusted company. But which payment gateway you should choose will mostly depend on how much you want to integrate. If you are aware of the types of payment gateway, there are many different payment gateways there. For example, Atom is there in Mumbai. There are other payment gateways also which are available. Uh, they have their different modes. If you talk to them, they'll give you their different deals, which can be suitable. But for your purpose, Razorpay is good enough.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Over to you, Shivang.
yeah. So also it brings to a question that you told that selecting a gateway which will be beneficial for you for your particular organization or your industry or your company. How does a company select that हाँ ये मेरे लिए सही रहेगा, which one is suitable for me? How do you
Yeah.
select that particular thing?
The different payment gateway companies are providing different kind of service. Okay, for example, suppose you are having a educational organization, you are having a website and you are going for online admissions and you
Hmm.
want to collect fee from the students online for application form. So in that case, you will use a normal payment gateway which is available there. It can be CC Avenue, it can be Razorpay, it can be any other. But if you are having social media and you want to get payments, then InstaMojo can be more suitable. They will InstaMojo, for example, provides you collections through WhatsApp and SMS, such things also. Different options are there. In fact, WhatsApp itself enables you to collect payments from users. So it depends. What is your business model? Whether you are having a website, whether you are having a mobile application, web application, or you are conducting your business on WhatsApp, or what is the mode of your business, and how much you are willing to pay to the payment gateway? Because security also depends on the how much you pay. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and the volume of your
So
transactions, your size of your business also matters for choosing the payment gateway.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
perfect. So coming down to like majorly, I guess this was a thing. These are some basic things. Before proceeding with some few questions, I would request sir if there is any particular thing which he thinks he needs to convey to the masses, wherein we must have not asked you a particular thing which you think of that should be conveyed. You can just go ahead, sir, with that. If there is any particular thought in your mind.
Yeah. What I want to tell the students of business and general audience that FinTech is a very fascinating area with a lot of scope of learning and with a lot of career opportunities, and also where there is a lack of skilled workforce. So it along with cybersecurity, FinTech is a very fertile area where you can learn new technologies, and there are a lot of opportunities because it is the money which runs the world. Okay, and when money meets technology, that is FinTech. So there are a lot of opportunities, and it is a growing discipline. So there are certain uncertainties. There is no uniformity, but there are day by day there are new standards are coming, getting adapted, and all. So my message is that some of you should work in FinTech area. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So now that we all are just students and we are just introduced to the topic, so what are your thoughts on what can a college do to guide their students on this so that they are ready to adopt to the situation?
Yeah, if educational institutions are interested, they can have, there are available already, and they can also run some short certificate courses or some short-term training programs or courses. Because this talk, for example, is of general nature, which is introducing you to the topic, just giving you introduction. But for example, you can have courses on cybersecurity, you can have courses on for example, in our Center of Cybersecurity, I have a research scholar, PhD scholar, who is working under my supervision on security of payment gateways. So, in research, in projects, in training and development, you can involve people and provide them courses. There are courses available online also on MOOCs where you can learn about FinTech, the different aspects of FinTech.
Okay, so this is a particular thing which you told that a college which a college can do or teachers can suggest to students. But as currently we are aspiring currently MBA and will be into the market down the line in next one and a half year. And because of this pandemic hit, you very well know so that there is a scarcity of jobs, and also there will be a point wherein there will be a lot of competition with you, because there will be a person who has lost his job after 15 years of experience in cybersecurity and everything, and then there will be us who will be just a fresher or a with a minimal experience of 1 or 2 years. So what do you suggest to us as students? What should we do so that we are market ready when we go to the corporate world and we can compete with the person who is having a vast experience of working?
Well, this pandemic has hit the job market, that I understand. But on the other hand, we also see that business has not affected in major way. Most of the companies have switched to a work from home model, and they have been doing it successfully. The revenue has not been affected adversely to a large extent. Yeah, but what I believe, because I have seen recession in the year 2000 also, when
Hmm.
I myself got an offer from TCS, but I did not could not join because the final offer was never made due to that bubble, and we know about that. These are temporary phases. Basics are very important. If you are an MBA graduate, if you are good with your basics of management, plus you have certain, some industry reputed in cybersecurity, in fintech, in such things also, there are some well-known good certifications there available there. And if you have good basics, grasp or good basics, you have a good communication skills and capability to work in a team. Plus, you have good certifications. For example, in area of cybersecurity, there are some certifications by Information System Audit and Control Association (ISACA), CISM, CISA, Certified Information Security Auditor also. There is the CEH also. There are many such industry reputed certifications. So these are benchmarks. If you have them, if you have these certifications on your CV along with good basics and grasp of good basics, then there will always market will be up and down. But in the long run, if you have it in you, you will definitely make to it. That is the thing.
Okay, so majorly as coming down to the towards the far end of this session, majorly when I had a previous discussion with a particular professor, he told me that there are no cons of anything. There are just challenges which you face during this particular things. So similarly, I would like to ask you now, what are the challenges that are being faced for fintech, for gateway and online payments and everything? What are the challenges that a company faces, a bank faces, and a common man faces?
There are many challenges. Challenges are in terms of adoption of technology. That is one challenge that is there. Challenge from crime threats, which are real there. Okay, there are service disruptions also, because sometimes you might have seen that due to some technical error, the UPI is not working, some server is not working. So some technical glitches are there, but
Hmm.
We are working on the challenges. These are the challenges, and these challenges will always be there. In any business, there will always be challenges because there will be new situations and new problems, and you will have to find new solutions. But it is growing and it is successful.
Also, so there is a point wherein, especially in India, like a country which is developing, there are points wherein a company just believes in the traditional approach. Still, there are places wherein they don't like to go with the online thing. They don't like to go, like, not only with the online payment, but they don't want to go with the business online also, because they believe in the traditional approach. And also there are some rural areas wherein there is UPI system, and people are not aware of the UPI systems. And also there are some times wherein people don't even have their ATM cards or a debit card with them. So how do you overcome these challenges? What do you how do you explain such things?
It always happens because there are people who like retro stuff. Huh? My PhD supervisor, who was from MIT, he was a very well-known computer scientist, but he never used mouse. I have never seen using him mouse. He used all the commands through keyboard. So he liked that. There are people who like, old songs. There are people who like new songs. So there are people who are reluctant to use new technology. It is always there. But and that is the real challenge. The diversity that is there in India in terms of business also. There are different types of customers with different kinds of preferences. There are people who want to go to market to physically sense, that they have a feeling of real shopping in the market. There are people who just want to sit in their room and then they just pay online. So you have to take care of all these people, and they will always be there.
Okay. Okay, fine. That was perfectly explained, sir. And I guess we are majorly done with our questions. If there is anything particularly which you want to tell, you can definitely go ahead, sir.
As the time is already over, I would like to just say one thing, that Sneha and Shivang, you have done it very well. Your way of discussion was very good. In fact, it has prompted many good questions from you. I would also like to thank Dr. Shubhi of your institution and the management of your institution for allowing and for motivating such good innovative initiatives in terms of IT talks and all. Although I can see very few people are live, less than 10 on this show right now. But I understand because it is a Facebook live, it will be there on social media. So in the long run, there will be more people who will connect to it. So such initiatives actually help in spreading awareness. Last time also I was there related to some talk on security on IT talks, and I have seen other people also. So it is a good small initiative which is spreading awareness about this, and definitely in innovation and other novel initiatives, when you go for NAC accreditation, such things actually count for your institution. So I give my best wishes to Dr. Shubhi, your management, and both of you. Thank you so much. It was very nice interacting with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time and guiding us with your vast knowledge. Also, I would like to thank Shri Sunil Rane, Executive President, Atharva Group of Institute, AGI, and Dr. R.G. Ratnawat, Director, AIMS, for giving us this wonderful platform to interact with masses, and Dr. Shubhilal Agrawal, Director of Internal Quality Assurance Cell, AIMS, for connecting us with intellectual capital across the globe. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Shivang. And
Yeah.
now
Thank you.
let's conclude the session.
Just a moment, Sneha.
Shall I stop the
Yes, yes,
live?
yes.
Okay.